Hi everyone, it's Michelle from It's Our Turn Style, and today it's a beautiful day outside. My herbs are growing like nobody's business, and zucchinis are at a really great price at the market. Not growing too many in my garden because the deer happen to love them, but that's okay. There's enough for everyone. And today I'm going to use the herbs from my garden, some of them, my thyme, oh, it's fantastic, my basil from my garden, my Greek oregano, and some parsley. I had to supplement it with the supermarket ones, but that's okay. At least I know my fingerprints on everything. And today we're going to make Quiche Me, You Fool. And what it comes down to is zucchini, herbs, and a little bit of cheese. And there's a secret in my crust. Shh. But don't tell anyone. So let's begin. And what I'm beginning with is 4 cups of thinly sliced squash. I choose zucchini and yellow long neck. Now 4 cups seems like an awful lot, but it's really not, because it cooks down a little bit, and it really is enough for probably 6 people. So I'm going to cut it thin, but to save time, not too thin. I don't like to cut things too thin. If you want, you could put it on the mandolin or shred it up. That's not my style. I don't like the way that is. That's more like a souffle, and I don't want that. So I have my yellow, and I have my zucchini that I washed and wiped, and now I'm cutting it thin, not shaved. That's what I always say in the deli counter. Thin and not shaved. So to save time, what I've done is ahead of time, I've already prepped some zucchini and yellow squash. Well, actually just the zucchini. So here's my yellow squash. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this over to my pan, and with a little bit of olive oil, organic oil, olive oil, probably a tablespoon or 2 of olive oil, I'm going to saute these zucchini and yellow squash with 4 cups squash to 1 cup, a cup onion. What I love, especially it's the season, Vidalias. Love Vidalia onions. So I'm going to put that there, and before I add my herbs, I'm going to take it over to the stove and kind of wilt them just a little. The smell is amazing. I can't wait for smell-o-vision. So come on over. So I'm going to turn my pot on, my pan I should say, to a medium-high heat. I'm going to let the oil get a little bit hot. Move that around so nothing sticks. Let that go, and I'm going to, in the meanwhile, let that get hot. So while that gets hot, I'm going to lower just a little because I'm going to chop up my herbs in the meanwhile. Follow me back. Come on. Okay, what I need, because these are fresh herbs, is more than just a tablespoon of the dried herbs, because they're more intensified. So I need approximately ½ a cup of my parsley. It would translate into 2 tablespoons of the dry. So this has already been washed. I'm just going to cut just a little. It's already been washed. I love to keep it in my cold water in my refrigerator. It's like any other plant, any other flower. So here we go. Got that all chopped up, and the rest is easy peasy. My Greek oregano leaves. Smells so good, so good. My basil leaves, which what I'm going to do is, before I put them with the other ones, I'm just going to do a quick chiffonade, rolling it up, making little strips out of it, Adding it to my others, and then my thyme. It's the most beautiful, delicate flower. Oh, it smells so good. And all you need to do is go the opposite way of which the flower grows. And then they all come off. The leaf grows. And if you don't use them in time, they do grow flowers on it, especially the basil, which is really pretty. But I try to get to it before it gets to the flowering stage. All right, let me just put that all together. Nice. It's a lovely, lovely green, really beautiful. That's the wonderful thing about spring and summer, is that you can use things from your own garden, and it's nice to know what goes into your food. All right, I'm going to add just a shake or two of my salt and a quarter teaspoon, excuse me, of my garlic. And I have it all here. And now, and I'm already gonna chop it up again, and I'm ready. I am ready to take it on over. Take a couple more. And I'm gonna save some for garnish for on top. I like people to know what's inside, at least get a hint of some of what's inside. Okay, so I'm gonna take this over with me to my zucchini. Come on. Okay, my oil is nice and hot now. I can tell because it kind of dimpled. So I'm going to grab my bamboo spatula and slowly put in my zucchini. And I'm just going to stir that around just a little while till the onions get clear, not brown. I don't want them to be that far caramelized because I'm going to wait to put in my herbs that we just cut up. It's nothing like it, nothing like it. Great. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the secret to the crust of this quiche. To me, I think it's the best part. So come on. Okay. Oh, I took this over here. In my quiche bowl, actually it's a pie dish. What I'm going to do, you know those crescent rolls that you can buy? I remember as a kid, I just loved hitting it against the side of my mom's counter and watching it explode. And I have to tell you, years later, still loving it. So I'm going to open this up, and that is the crust to our quiche. But I do add a little something that makes it extra special. So I'm going to do it on my hardwood. There you go. If you ask me, that's the easiest dough you can make. All right, it's simple. It has the perforated cuts, and each one, there are 8 of them all together. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line them up in my bowl. That's it. Oh, and a few of my herbs have gotten to the dough, which is nice. And I'm just going to work my way all the way around. Around the bowl. It doesn't even have to be pretty because no one's going to see it, except a little bit of the ends, and that's okay. I have the whole other half, and if you want, you can get fancy and, you know, make little braids around the sides. Sometimes I do that if I have 2 cans. Sometimes if I want, I take 2 cans, and then I use the other one just to make pretty little designs, braids, or whatever. There we we go. And there, I mean really, is the crust. And according to my sister, Wendy, who this is one of her favorite recipes, brings back great memories, she says. That's for me too. So, here we go. There's our crust. Easy. And we do not have to oil the dish because there's enough butter inside the crescent. Now here goes my secret. I'm just going to spin my zucchini a little. Oh, it smells so good. Oh. Eating healthy, and it smells good too. Don't get all shaken up about it. Good stuff. All right. Gonna leave that in there, and I'm going to show you the best part of this crust. A large grain Dijon mustard. It is the pièce de résistance, the part that everyone wants. Use around a tablespoon or two and just spread it around there so everyone gets a little bit with each taste. I'm going to just go get a spoon and spread that around. Oh, you know something's really good when your mouth is saying, okay, I want some already. I want some already. I do. So here it is, spread around, and I'm just going to leave that to the side. Looks good, we haven't even cooked it. All right, so I'm going to leave this to the side, and now I'm going to add my herbs to my zucchini. It's a high exercise recipe. Oh, my onions are nicely cooked and soft, and my zucchini, I guess you can say, is al dente. This hurts people, but look at that. That is great, and it's going to cook some more, but now I'm going to put in all the herbs that we chopped up. Wow. I'm going to show you what that looks like because it's just a thing of beauty. Look at all that greenery. It's got to be good. All right, so I'm going to mix that around. Oh my goodness. A perfect sign of summer and hot weather is zucchini and yellow neck squash. I'm knowing herbs from my garden. All right. So in total, I guess it's only going to cook, actually we're kind of just wilting it, I would say, for around 7 minutes. I don't need to fully cook it because you know it's going to bake in the pot, in the quiche. So that's going round and round. I'm going to let that cook for a little bit. And meanwhile, I'm going to show you what sticks it all together. Very simple. As most things that I make are anyway. Because I believe in the KISS method. Keeping it simple. Sister. Okay, so what we need now is 8 ounces of shredded cheese. I use a mozzarella. Now, if you'd like, and sometimes I do this, I put in a handful of shredded Jack or cheddar. I love cheddar cheese. Okay, so we have that, and all I'm going to add to this are 2 scrambled, lightly beaten eggs. And I'm going to separate them, crack them one by one to make sure there's no shells, and that's a fresh egg. Again, beautiful yolk, solid, and a lovely color, yellow. Sunshine. I gotta beat that puppy. I gotta beat that puppy. Slightly beaten, there's one. And here's 2. Again, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And here, 9. Now what we're going to do is going to mix that up. And then I'm going to see how nice that is. The yellow and the cheese. Beautiful. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly add my squash. Very slowly, because I don't want it to just turn into one big lump. Not yet. Oh, this is just perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm going to bring it over to show you. I like to shut off the stove because, you know, important to remember to do that. Look at that. Look at the squash. It's soft enough that it bends, yet it's not mush. All right, I'm going to put half in, just half. And I'm going to mix that up. I'm going to mix that. So good. All right, see that? Beautiful colors of spring and summer. Though you can make it in the winter time too. I do. And what's really nice about this is when the weather's nice, I wake up, do my chores, and get out of the house to do some fun things. And then when I come home, I want something very simple that I can just slice up, I can nuke it, even eat it cold. So good. It's always ready for me. I'm ready for it. It's ready for me. So here we go. This is the inside of our quiche. Now my oven has been set for 350 degrees. And what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to put that in. Look how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. Now, that's thoroughly mixed up because I don't want sections that have just all cheese. I want everyone to get some zucchini. I want everyone to get some cheese, and they're going to get on the bottom a little bit of that Dijon grainy mustard. This is a dish that just cannot be beat, honestly. So as I flatten this out, I'm going to put this in our oven for 30 minutes. Check it with a skewer. I do that, bamboo skewer, to make sure it comes out clean. Okay, we're going in for 30 minutes. Okay, my quiche me again, over and over again, has been in the oven 35 minutes, and I'm not gonna lie, I've already put the skewer in and it is ready. And the beautiful part, if you look closely, and I'll bring it closer to the camera, the crust, our croissant crust, is nice and golden all around. Look how beautiful that is. All right. Do you see the crust? Ready when you are. And what I love is when my kids come home and visit, or my husband comes home for lunch and surprises me, I have something ready. Oh, and look how nicely that lifts up. Oh my gosh. This is just a beautiful, beautiful, could be side dish, serve it with a salad, or eat it alone. And for a little garnish, a little garnet, I'm going to put just a little bit of my parsley on top. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. Best part of the job. See the smoke? I love it. Cuts through ever so nicely because the squash is nice and soft. You get a little bit of that cheese. I implore you to make this. You are going to love it, and so will your guests if you happen to serve it to guests. But honestly, this is one of the most delicious things out there. Well, I know you're going to love this recipe, and you'll like and love the other ones on our YouTube channel at itsourturn.style. Subscribe, get them all, you'll love it. Go on to Facebook, see what's coming up in our garden and in our crafts. Cooking, it's fantastic.